Hi, dear loves. Take a deep breath in with me now and raise your vibration. We need to keep it high and light. Mercury is retrograding, and that means our communication of all kinds, including body language, is going to be all screwy and haywire, and we're going to be second guessing what we want to say, how to put our thoughts into words, and all of that is happening now. And with respect to our twin flame journey, we want to make sure we call on divine source before we speak, before we act. We've got Venus retrograding, and we've got a few planets retrograding actually, and so all of this beautiful energy is coinciding with Luna. And it is absolutely affecting each and every one of us because we are divine, beautiful souls, right? We are sparks of divine source. And we have a spirit within our vessel. So we are not only human beings, we are pulled by a very strong spiritual connection to our Creator. And we are affected by the universal energies that we are blessed with. So when I say blessed, I mean we are empowered, and I want you to feel empowered to use the energy at our disposal that we are given, that we know is coming. It's a part of understanding the secret spiritual code of life, and know that it is truly a blessing to show us where some changes need to happen, how to honor all of those beautiful sides of who we are, pulling out some characteristics we may not be so comfortable with that really challenge our human. So this is a time to raise your vibration and know that you are empowered in your spiritual growth. Mercury, excuse me. So Mercury, before we do our reading, Mercury, just to give you some background, Mercury retrogrades on March 27th, 2017. March 27th is when Mercury begins to go into that beautiful second guessing phase there. It's called the shadow phase or shadow zone. And so that gives us this last week of March, and it is on that Aries new moon energy also of, all right, this is how things are going to start to fall out. Things are going to start to need me to strengthen what areas. If you're doubting yourself, if you are finding hesitation in communicating your truth in certain areas to certain people, engaging certain conversations, this is the week that you're going to see. This is the strengthening that divine source wants you to work on during the whole phase of Mercury retrograde. So it's not just when Mercury goes retrograde, it's the whole entire phase of that experience. So this is going to be from March 27th all the way to, and I don't want to lie to you, never ever want to tell you a lie, I'm always going to be honest with you. Mercury stations direct. That means Mercury starts going forward and you gain more clarity on May 3rd. But as I said, it's the phase, it's the whole duration. We want the whole party, to be used to our benefit. And so that last person stumbles out of that door for Mercury retrograding May 20th, 2017. So March 27th through May 20th, 2017. And by May 20th, you have this clarity, you have this focus. Remember, Venus is retrograding all during and in between. And I encourage you to go to ineedspiritualguidance.com. Get on our mailing list because I'm sending stuff out to emails just as tips on how to really manage this energy as Spirit gifts it to me. When I channel it, if I receive it, I'm giving it right to you. And that was one of the promises I made to you when you welcomed me into your spiritual awakening and spiritual experiences, that if I learned anything new, I would share it with you. So during this week, March 27th, we're getting that understanding of where you are feeling like you're cutting off your own foot in not speaking your truth. Okay, so wherever you're stifling your voice, this is the area Spirit wants you to strengthen during March 27th through May 3rd especially, but all the way through May 20th. So there's going to be some important decisions we need to make. And this is a risky time to do that. So make sure you're backing up your laptop. You are being very careful in traffic. It is an energy that really brings some breakdowns there. And so we just want to make sure you are saving your most important documents, your information. You're using servers like Google, the Drive, Google Drive, an external hard drive, zip drives, all of that, and you are making sure your phone isn't near any water. This is stuff that I've done and realized it was during Mercury retrograde that these things happened. Also, people have testified to their phone being run over during this time, or just being thrown out the car because they had the window cracked, had the baby using the phone or iPad back there, playing a game, and all of a sudden baby gets excited and shoots it out the window during Mercury retrograde. So you've got your transportation there, and you've got your device, and that's all communication. That's all in the realm of being a messenger, okay, going to deliver this message. Please work with Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel delivers the most important information. I feel sheep in my limited human understanding of gender. We know archangels and angels are not gender specific, and archangels are not denominational, so they are for all of us. They are universal. They are found in various sacred texts. So empower yourself through working with Archangel Gabriel. Some people feel Archangel Gabriel. If you have biblical background or religious affiliation then you may recognize Archangel Gabriel. So that beautiful archangel is associated with this energy and governs our throat chakra. Also governs the connection between parent-child, husband-wife partnership there, and also your life mission, what projects you're working on. Ask for Archangel Gabriel to speak through you, as I ask for God to speak through me. Divine Source, please show me, please speak through me. And I do the same thing with asking Archangel Gabriel, please show me. Thank you so much for helping me speak my truth. Thank you so much for helping me help others speak their truth. Being vulnerable enough to say how I feel. Another big thing that you want to use now is something I encourage my clients to do quite often in our coaching sessions is I feel. Those I feel statements are imperative. It's something that I do with Darian. As twin flames, you want to make sure you're keeping that union tight and leaving as little room as possible for any negative, low-level energy. We are carnated. We're human. So whether or not you've manifested your true love union yet, whether it be soulmate, grow old with partnership, type of love, or twin flame love, you always want to keep it healthy and balanced, and through that is your communication. So that is also a humongous reason whether you have manifested this beautiful spiritual love yet, or you are in the process of. We've seen in our spiritual guidance, which I encourage you to look into, they're daily and weekly out there. Please give yourself that moment of truth by looking into it and see what resonates with you. Being able to communicate is also through your body language. So that giving and receiving of that love and affection. Remember, Venus is retrograde now, so those past flames, those past life visions are going to be coming up. Going to have epiphany moments. You're going to have these moments of, oh my gosh, are they cheating on me just like so-and-so did? Oh my gosh, I can't trust them. They've got so-and-so as friends, and they, and I think that something's going on. Is something going on? And because Mercury is really showing you in that last week, the first beginning of Mercury retrograding, that last week in March, is showing you what spirit is going to be working with you on. Please, please give yourself that moment of empowerment. You are empowered to change and to use this energy to your benefit, okay? We got Saturn retrograding. That's karma at its very best. That's a whammy of karma. But we know, as I encourage you to look at the spiritual guidance for karma videos out there, I think there's 2 now, that we know that this is how we've done it, and we've got a do-over. We have a chance to go down this new path and do things differently. So you do get honored for good deeds, and that's what this Saturn retrograde does for us, and that is what karma does for us. Learn the lessons now so that going forward, you've got a smoother transition. And you've got videos coming out for our Saturn return also. So keep in mind that if you are in your 20s, like from 27 to 30, you're experiencing some really pivotal milestones in your personal health and your life mission and in your love life. There's some things that are absolutely calling for your attention, and breaking these patterns is absolutely pulling you to the next phase of your life. You're also receiving really big, strong nudges to go in your life mission. And so this may be coming around if you are 57 or anywhere from 57 to 60. Also, you're feeling this pull, and you're going back to when you were 27 to 30, and you're seeing, okay, I've got this do-over, and Saturn's back to tell me I'm the taskmaster. I want you to do this right, and I want you to see where you've erred so that you can be all good going forward. All of that's going on. We've got some squares going on, so let go of that need to control. We talked about this. Spiritual guidance came in this week to tell us that. So again, I encourage you to view the daily and the weekly spiritual guidance there. Be empowered. I am a psychic medium, have been all my life. I'm a master spirit guide. I train for you to develop your spiritual gifts. I want you to be empowered. You are in charge of your spiritual experiences. You are your best advocate. What I do is serve as your spirit guide. I help you because I want you to stay empowered. That's very important to me. And so as we coach, that's why I term it co-coaching. That term was gifted to me, and I absolutely owned it. And that's what we do. You put in that work, so you're going to feel a lot of Saturn energy coming from our coaching. It's very intense because it takes that powerful effort for you to blast through the conditioning that has happened throughout your life up to that moment, of that breakthrough. So we have this really intense drive to succeed during this transition, also from March 27th through May 3rd, and remembering that it's through May 20th, but that May 3rd through the 20th is when Mercury goes direct and really blesses us with the clarity that we need. So let me tell you, if you are reuniting with your twin flame, if you're in this love relationship, and you have been wanting to give an ultimatum, if you have been like, they've got to make these changes, or I'm walking, or you've already decided to sign the paperwork with the divorce, and you're starting this new path, or you're trying to figure out how to move forward together as a couple. Maybe they're getting a divorce, maybe they need to get into rehab, maybe you do. There's some major step that's taking place right now that Venus retrograde has brought up for you to deal with. And excuse me, so you're gonna have that need to really honor self, and so pay attention to having that energy after May 3rd to wait until May 3rd before you're making any major breaks or strong commitments there. Stretch it out. If the discussion needs to be made, say that, why don't we wait until and give it a date in May. Why don't we wait until May 20th, May 30th, or whatever? Why don't we wait till the end of May? You don't have to be so specific, but in your soul, let's wait until the end of May and let's just see what happens. And you're giving your partner that opportunity to wait, or to show and prove. This is when you're running into and that it's not just a happenstance, it's not a coincidence, but you're reuniting with a spiritual love, and you may have that connection long distance. It may be over the internet, so you may have met over dating sites or social media. It may be that type of connection right now. Well, let's meet. Let's wait until May. Get to know them to the hilt. Learn each other. We kept seeing that in our spiritual guidance lately also. So just make those connections. But know that Venus is retrograding, so we want to make sure we are waiting for her to get back out on the balcony and wave to her public and all of her beautiful, fresh self, and feel intensely attractive and empowered. So we want to use that energy. And so, yeah, so let's see, what else? I feel like there's an energy of, with the life mission. Many of you are embarking on that next phase of your journey. So remember to journal, remember to reflect. Mercury going retrograde is a time for you to really go within. Pluto, there's so much energy going back within, and retrograding means that they're taking a double look at things. They're going back into their beautiful closet, or just kind of being hidden. It's the same way you would be more homebound, and people say, oh, you're such a homebody. It's during that time that you feel that energy of when these planets are retrograding. It's that type of energy. You just want to go back in, and you're doing a lot of reflection. The thing that I want you to look out for is doing too much staying in your mind, doing too much planning and not getting anywhere. It can be like that bicycle that keeps turning its wheel, but the chain is off, so you're not going anywhere. You're not gaining any traction. So definitely take this time to go over business negotiations, put off any work there of signing documents and making long-term contracts, signing for marriage documents and all of that stuff, or just declaring your love. You want to just wait, just give it some time, because all of that is very risky. Any type of contract, any type of formal agreement, you just want to wait. If you've already begun this, this situation or this agreement, then that's another story, because you've already begun it. This was to be expected, and you can really keep that initial energy going into it, and you kind of use that to stay positive and optimistic, and the awareness of, well, I started this before the retrograde. It was already in motion. It's not something that you began in this backward energy of I'm not so sure kind of energy, the risky energy. Okay, I think that is about all I have in my notes here. Yeah, just remember that this is a time where karma is coming up on so many different ways. Just know that there are moments to let us really be clear throughout the Mercury retrograde transit, but keep that a conscious effort. Just make it a choice to really work with Archangel Gabrielle to allow her to speak through you. Remember, she is our messenger archangel. She gifts us with the most important information. Excuse me. And see if I have anything else here for us. Remember that this is a revelation. This is an awakening. That is Archangel Gabrielle's name. But she helps us solve that huge problem that's on our soul, and so helps us also nurture the projects that we're in, and that's love and money, it's life, it's health and wellness, it's all of that good stuff that really does require strong communication. Okay, so work with her, allow divine source to pull you through this transit. Doesn't have to be devastating, because you're empowered. Remember, you are intelligent, you are smart, you are capable, you are able, and be motivated in your courage, be brave, you are tenacious, you are using your ingenuity, you are expressing yourself great. You're saying I feel, and you say I feel sad, or I feel confused, or I feel conflicted, I feel excited, I feel anxious, I feel nervous, I feel whatever it is. I feel attractive, I feel in love, I feel like I am anticipating something, I feel like I should be expecting something, I feel overjoyed, I feel loved, I feel adored, I feel appreciated, I feel intelligent, I feel like I'm flourishing, I feel squishy, I feel tough, I feel hard, I feel soft, I feel like I'm bracing for something, I feel like the bottom fell out from beneath me, I feel like I'm jumping up and down on a cloud, I feel like, I'm well rested. Whatever the case is, even if you're saying I feel stressed, you're speaking your truth. I feel like I'm managing my stress. I feel happy. Those kinds of statements are what I really want you to focus on right now as your spiritual advisor. Okay, so do that for not me. Do that for yourself, because you are in control of your spiritual awakening. And as you're working with the spirit, the beautiful archangel for spiritual awakening, for awakening, revelation, enlightenment, for communication, Archangel Gabrielle, that's going to help you strengthen your ability to handle very sensitive information and delicate situations that you find yourself in love, money, your life mission, and your life overall during this beautiful Mercury retrograding phase. You will reign victorious. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and do our reading right now. Thank you, Divine Source, for blessing us with our spiritual guidance. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel our spiritual guidance. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing Zeus. Thank you so much. And I'm seeing the clouds part. And it's a beautiful sunny sky, though. The sun is out. It's brilliant. And Zeus is taking his lightning bolt, and I can hear the lightning bolt going to the earth, but I don't see it landing anywhere. Thank you so much. I mean, it literally, the clouds parted, and Zeus, you can see Zeus now, like in that parting, and Zeus is going, and the lightning bolt is going down, but it's all bright. It's brilliant. There's no, even the clouds are really billowy, those big white puffy clouds. Thank you so much. And I'm just seeing a bunch of mountains and valleys. I feel like this is saying that though you're gonna want to, all of us are experiencing this really flip-floppy energy where you know, you have a hard time speaking your truth. You have a hard time really communicating what your words, what your thought. You see, I'm telling. This is the energy. You have a hard time conveying what you're seeing, okay, what your vision is, what your thought is, what your intentions are. But taking that time to really pick it apart um, is helping you really reach that outcome. It's really helping you be received. Um, and your message is being delivered because it's through those valleys and the mountains that make a relationship, and it can also make or break that relationship. So I don't see that lightning bolt landing on anything, but I do see the peaks and the valleys. And you know, in the valleys where all the stuff happens, you get up to that peak again, but you've got to come up. While you're here, your low point, you will rise again. Thank you so much, Heavenly Angels. Thank you so much. And I want you to use that vision and use your spiritual sight. You all have spiritual gifts. You're all spiritually gifted to know what that means. Have safe travels. Remember, Mercury retrograde governs that form of communication, delivering that message. So carefully pick apart that message that's being delivered. Mercury is our messenger planet. So be sure you are bringing your passport, you've got your license, you've got your credit card, you've got extra forms of money there in different areas like pockets, compartments. You are keeping your stuff locked up when you're traveling, on vacation, whatever, you know, make sure the babies are safe. You're watching your children. They're with you. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So have safe travels. Remember that when if your car starts acting up, look into that. Look deeper. You may not be able to pay for it right then and there, but at least you've got an estimate. At least you went to go take care of it. Remember, Saturn's going on, so Saturn wants us to do it right the first time. Don't ignore it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ooh, I feel like both of these wanted to come out. Okay. Remember family. Family is at the center of your heart. Throughout this transit, it can be really difficult. Remember not to snap off at children, at your spouse, your significant other. Family's going to be going through the same thing. It's going to be really difficult to voice their opinion. If you have a shy child, they may not be forthcoming. It may not be that they're lying. Same thing with the spouse. Same thing with you. Just taking that extra precaution. And if you're going on vacation with family, make sure that you're staying safe and you're asking those questions. Communicate, communicate, communicate so you both know where, everyone knows where you're leading up to, where you're going to meet at, what time. Sync your watches there. Make sure that everyone is on the same page. Over communicate, okay? And the bottom line is that this is all in divine timing. There's nothing to worry about. You are safe. I feel very much Archangel Jeremiah's energy here. You are safe, and the situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. That's very much Archangel Raguel. Justice, harmony, order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. Okay, Archangel Jeremiah, I feel very much so as you go back and you reflect and you're doing this here in your mind, you're cycling, ask when you find yourself, oh my gosh, I can't stop thinking about this. Please help me. Archangel Jeremiah, what do I need to learn from this? What changes do I need to make? Thank you so much, Heavenly Angels. Do feel that one? All right, Archangel Zadkiel. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas. So you're keeping your mind open. Teaching and learning. Then teach these ideas to others. So what you find yourself really being cluttered with, get it out and voice it. Whatever you're going back over and you're worrying about it, This is what Mercury does when Mercury goes retrograde. Use it to your advantage by teaching people about yourself, by learning from others. You know, if your daughter is having a hard time voicing what's going on at school, just being patient, or your son, and you just being patient with them. You're learning your child on a whole nother level, and they're learning how to identify with themselves through you, through your patience. Number one virtue there. And knowing that this transit will pass, but this is bringing up a tremendous amount of wealth and spiritual enlightenment, and a really in your human conditioning. You're raising up and out of that, and you're knowing the difference there. It's exposed. So that's beautiful. I feel like there's something else here. Repentance. Archangel Zadkiel is the angel of forgiveness, of repentance. Where did we just see forgiveness? Did I just see forgiveness? I just heard, no, you saw forgiveness. The conversation I'm having with our spirit guides is, first of all, it's of the utmost love and respect. And when I channel, okay, as a psychic medium, when I channel, sometimes it comes in like all boom, 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 but I see webs of communication that come to me. Okay, so sometimes it comes like so fast. Thank you so much. And Mercury has begun its retrograding phase now. So, honey, I'm affected just like you are. But I'm hearing forgiveness and repentance. So please show me. Please show me. Okay, I feel like there's going to be some times where we want to come out, lash out on family. And we really do mean not to do that. We really do mean well. They mean well. But I just feel like in that frustration, that you really are going to have to say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that, or I didn't mean to say that. It's just going to be a snap moment, and you're going to be able to come back to it and say, okay, oh, please forgive me. I'm very sorry. Will you forgive me? And they're like, yeah, and you learn from that. But this is also in that moment of accepting forgiveness too. And as I saw Archangel Jeremiah, allowing us to go back and to do this thing here in your mind. You're constantly thinking of it. I'm going to this one mantra or beautiful spiritual guidance that was gifted to us during a moment of meditation for me, and I shared this in our workshop. So if you heard it before, you know, um, if my mind is polluted, constantly polluted with thought, how can that be healthy? It can't be. So you have to make sure you are decluttering that space and your thought process. Keep it clean and healthy, so that you can have safe travels. You don't want to be doing this while you're traveling, you're operating a vehicle. All of that worrying is for naught during this transit. This is causing you to go back and ask Archangel Jeremiah, how can I make things differently? Resolving to make that change. You are teaching others through example. You are being taught, and you're learning. This is a learning transit. This is that communication. This is the messenger planet. So this is all so beautiful. This is that energy of um, decluttering and welcoming the new, okay, through changing our perspective and understanding. This is helping us to heal, to understand an emotional family situation. Could be divorce, could be reunion, could be new babies being welcomed in, could be moving away from toxic relationships within the family unit. But this is reminding us to surround everyone involved in mind and heart with light energy, with calming blue light and many, many, many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow ourselves to feel that peace that is meant for us to receive in our transit here, in the Mercury retrograde transit for our family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow, that was pretty quick. Remember your values. So from March 27th through May 3rd especially, but also through May 20th, because as we said, that is the fullness of this Mercury retrograding transit. Remember what your self-worth is. Remember, we want to use March 20th, the end of, well, let's just see. Let's reconvene. Let's consult. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Let's meet. Let's go back over this. Let's wait until the end of May. That discussion has everything to do with your values and your understanding, you know, through this transit, you're understanding your situation on a whole new level, the person that is involved in this situation on a whole new level, and you're obtaining a lot of information you've got to discuss. But first, you are doing it internally, but not getting caught in that vacuum, that cycle, which can turn very vicious. So, you know, we get too caught up in our thought process. We begin to worry needlessly. We lose faith. When we're worrying, we don't give power to divine source. We give it to fear. And fear is a human-based condition. It is a perception. It's a condition based on, it's an emotion based on a perceived threat, a perception. Okay, that's not real. It's a thought. And so if my mind is constantly polluted with thought, how can that be healthy? It can't be. So make sure that you are controlling your thought process. And as in our workshop, I'm going to leave this for beautiful souls in our manifestation workshop, our secret spiritual code of life workshop, and in our manifest true love workshop, what the answer to this is. Okay, you control your thought process, and if you control your thought process, what else do you control? We discussed this in great detail. So absolutely manifest good things. I want to see all my beautiful students comment down below. Share that much about our workshop. You know, don't share too much because we want to encourage people to get involved in it, but share enough, because that's good stuff, and that stuff we can't keep hidden. You know, this is absolutely being affected by the Mercury retrograde transit. So many blessings. Remember, Spirit is reminding you of your inner power of just being who you are. However, manifesting the height of who you are, which is your higher self. And so reflect. This is all about reflecting on your standards and meditate on your self-worth. You may feel taken for granted. You may feel ignored, but it's time for you to honor your values and self-worth. During this Mercury retrograde transit, honor your standards, your boundaries. Start working on raising your values in love and money. Are you getting paid what you're worth? Are you speaking your truth? Are you coming across the way you want to be perceived, received, approached? Honor your values. You are worth more than you've ever given yourself before. Well, many blessings, dear loves. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, spiritual guidance is for your sun, your moon, your rising and ascendant signs. And if you were born on a cusp in between two beautiful energies there, it is for that too, because spiritual guidance is what I channel from the spirit realm as a psychic medium, as a master spirit guide. And you have spiritual gifts. You are spiritually gifted. Be empowered in your spiritual experiences. Be empowered, okay? As a spirit guide, I'm guiding you. I'm helping you. I'm encouraging you. But you are absolutely doing the work. And thank you for letting me help you do that, too. I love you. I will see you very, very soon.